What makes candidates stand out in the interview? A professional resume, coming prepared. That means dress professional, that means on time, and that means with an understanding of what the position they're interviewing for is. So doing research, getting online and looking at the details about that company and spending some time. Obviously you can't memorize a company's website. Some are more detailed than others. But you want to have some highlights so that in the conversation you can mention something that caught your eye, that drew your attention, and share it in the interview.
You want to come dressed professional, and that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but if you see that an organization is a business casual dress environment, that doesn't mean that you want to come dressed business casual. You want to come dressed professionally. And if you don't own a suit, then my best suggestion to you would be wear something that's professional, a nice skirt and blouse, a nice set of pants, and a button-up shirt and tie if you have that. But make sure that you're putting your best foot forward when it comes to presentation in your dress, and that it's relatively conservative. You don't want to be wearing too many bright colors or anything that's too flashy. This is not when you wear your club outfit. This is when you wear your office wear. Even though in a lot of organizations you'll ultimately be wearing maybe a little more casual clothing, this is when you meet someone for the first time and you make an impression on them, so you want to look put together. And keep away from bringing your cell phone with you, any kind of food or drinks. Those things would be things you don't want to bring into the interview with you. I'm looking for good eye contact. I'm looking for a warm personality. I'm looking for someone to connect with me. And then from there we jump into some of the questions and more detailed piece of the interview where I can get a good feel for someone's experience and make sense of their background and their resume so that I can pull back to see whether they're a good fit for our culture and our organization. I think it's really important that you know what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. You want to know how you're perceived by others on your team, the kind of feedback that you've taken from a previous boss, and now we do a lot of interviewing where we use behavioral interview questions. So these are going to be the questions where we ask you, tell us about a time, and want to make sure when you're in the interview and you're answering those questions that you stay very specific. So you want to be answering that question instead of using a very general statement. You want to explain, on Tuesday I spoke to this client and this was our interaction, and almost tell a story in a very specific way. And that's really important. So it's being concise but also answering the question that's asked of you in that behavioral event question. You want to stay away from being negative. You want to stay away from putting other people down, talking about how any opportunity for you to share that you're a difficult person or that you're challenged working with people is going to be a negative in an interview. Instead, you want to show your positive side, and you want to make sure that you're able to express to someone what a positive experience would be to have you join the team, work in the organization, help with their customers. Because in all of our roles in our organization, you have some interaction with a customer, whether it's an external or an internal customer. It's really important to know the role that you're applying for and to really have an opportunity to maybe even print it out, look at it, read through the details, highlight information in that job description, and then match that to your experience and opportunities where you've been able to demonstrate those skills and experiences. It's also important to take some time to review a company website. And so in that situation, you're looking for information that pulls you in, something that you can then bring back around in an interview question session and let the client or let the customer or the person you're being interviewed by know that you've taken the time to do the research. So if you get the chance to let yourself shine and show that you've done that research, it's really important. You may be asked, what do you know about the company? And when you're in that situation, you want to have some information that you can share. Beyond just, it's a great place to work, you want to know some specifics about that organization. The growth, the culture, the plans for the organization, challenges they've faced, successes they've had, awards they've received. Those are all examples of information that would show you know something about the company. It's really important to take some time to write down those questions, the things that are going to be important to you in making a decision to take a job, because what it shows to the person that's interviewing you is that you care about where you're going to be. You're not looking to just be anywhere, but somewhere in particular, and that you know about the organization. You want to have some specifics so that you can make a decision as much as they can make one. And it's important to write down those questions, because when you are in the interview, it's easy to get nervous and to be a little bit off your game and to forget something that you may have wanted to ask. And so to have maybe 5 or 10 questions written down and pick a couple that you'd like to go back to and ask that person that you're interviewing with is really important. It shows that you're interested, it shows that you're trying to connect, it shows that and it also is an opportunity for you to personally connect with someone. A question like, how long have you been with the organization and what's your experience been here, is a way for you to have someone talk about themselves, and that's an easy way to connect with people.
The importance of the thank you or follow-up letter, how important that is, and really I guess it's almost an extension of the interview, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a great way, like you said, to tie it up with a bow, and that would be the email or the card to the person that you've interviewed with, or people that you've interviewed with, so that could be multiple, but a chance for you to show them your writing skills, your communication style, your, that soft touch that shows that you deliver that high-level customer service. It's a difference in a lot of cases between good and great, and it can ultimately sometimes get you the job over someone else when it comes to really nitpicking at things about candidates. If you treat the people that you work with like that, or the people you are prospective coworkers and employers like that, I'm sure that's how you treat your customers, and that's an important connection there for people that recruit.